Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Minnesota Twins discussion video. I was not planning on making this kind of video today. I mean, you've already seen the title. Michael Pineda is now put on the 10-day IL list for knee tendonitis. I mean, this is a surprise to me as well as I'm sure everyone else. I had no idea about this until I read an article by Twinkie Town this morning. So credit to you for getting this information out first. And then Minnesota Twins released an official statement today. I'll read it for you here. The Minnesota Twins announced today that they have placed right-handed pitcher Michael Pineda on the 10-day injured list with right knee tendonitis. Pineda, who pitched in his start last night versus the Milwaukee Brewers, has started 11 games for the Twins this season, going 4-3 with a 5.34 ERA. His innings pitched, 11 walks, and 50 strikeouts. To replace Pineda on the 25-man roster, the Twins have selected contract of left-handed pitcher Devin Smeltzer from AAA Rochester. He's 23 years old, and he's made 4 starts for the Red Wings, going 0-1 with a 1.82 ERA in 25 innings pitched. He's allowed 7 walks and 15 strikeouts in 9 combined starts for the Red Wings and AA Pensacola in Florida. This season, he's gone 3-2 with a 1.15 ERA. 10 walks, 48 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of 199. Just 2 home runs allowed. Smeltzer was the minor league pitcher of the week for the week ending April 14th when he went 2-0 with 14 shutout innings. Smeltzer is scheduled to make his major league debut tonight with a start. So, this is very interesting. There's a couple of different things for this. First of all, let's go through Pineda's stats this year in more of a depth. So he is 4-3 this year. He has given up, his ERA is 5.34, like I said. He's started 11 games. He has pitched 59 innings and allowed 61 hits. But granted, everything I'm about to say basically goes back before his last 4 starts, except for the runs. I mean, he's done very well with 4 quality starts in his last 4 appearances. We can't take that away from him. So he has done better, right? He's gotten a lot more run support. That helps a lot. But everything I'm about to tell you is from mostly previous to his last 4 starts. 59 innings pitched, 61 hits. He's allowed 35 earned runs, 14 home runs, 11 walks, no intentional walks, 50 strikeouts. That's not bad. 2 hit by pitches, 2 wild pitches, an ERA plus of 84, a whip of 1.22, just about 9.3 hits per 9, 2.1 home runs per 9, 1.7 walks per 9, 7.6 strikeouts per 9, and with SO/W. I actually don't know what that means, but he's 4.55. So that is where he stands. Now, granted, we know that he is the worst pitcher statistically compared to the rest of the 4 guys for the Twins. Now, he's on the 10-day IL, which means he will miss 2 starts for sure. But the way the Twins phrased their little roster statement, it sounds as if Smeltzer is going to make his start tonight. Obviously, that's what they said in their statement. What does that do for the rotation? So Perez, it was supposed to be Perez to make his start tonight. I actually really like this idea. Now, I don't know how it will affect the rotation long term, but for the short term, at least, I believe until the Rays series is over, the next series after Milwaukee, it looks like Perez will start BR1, technically BR1. Barrios will be the 2, Gibson 3, Odorizzi 4, unless they want to switch those guys then, and then Odorizzi would be the 3, Gibson becomes the 4, just for the time being, to kind of keep him on track, but that's what it sounds like. And that would be really interesting to see, because I can't remember, I don't think we face Blake Snell, if I'm correct about that. Let me go try to find that very quickly on ESPN. They have the projected starters. We'll see if they have changed it. But let's talk about Devin Smeltzer. He's done well. I actually, I don't follow the minor leagues probably as much as I should, but so I haven't seen him pitch this year, but from what I've seen, from this morning doing a little research, he doesn't look bad. Statistically, he doesn't look bad. I mean, he killed it in Double-A. If we go look at his Double-A stats, I mean, he was 3-1 with a .6 ERA, .6, 5 starts in 30 innings pitched. He only allowed 19 hits, 2 earned runs, no home runs. I mean, that's very impressive, and he struck out 33 to 3 walks. Obviously, that's Double-A. He's come up and pitched in 4 games in Triple-A, and he's still got an ERA under 2. Now, granted, we know that it's still the minor leagues and everything, but that is very impressive. And if we only need him for 2 starts, there's no reason why I don't think he could do very well for 2 starts. He's going up against 2 very tough teams, but maybe they don't. This day and age, they probably do have a lot of information on these guys, up and down the leagues. But, look at Steven Strasburg, for example. And I know this probably isn't the greatest example because he was drafted very highly. He was supposed to be a star, but he struck out, 14 guys in his major league debut. This guy, I don't know if he's that kind of pitcher, but from his stats, it looks like he is qualified to have a start like that. And if, they don't have as much information on him as they would, let's say, Perez, who was supposed to start tonight otherwise, he could do very well. He could have a Strasburg major league performance, right? Where he just comes out, surprises everybody, throws some different stuff, and really put a wrench into Milwaukee's plans. I think it's a great idea. So let's go look at the Twins' schedule here for what they have projected, at least for now. Let's go down and scroll down. So it looks like it's going to be Smeltzer versus Davies tonight. That's still obviously a big challenge, but we got out early last night with Gonzalez. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I think we should have won that game. Go ahead and watch that video and I explain how. But it looks like now it is Berríos, Gibson, Odorizzi, or Perez, Berríos, Gibson, Odorizzi. So that is how it looks for now. Perez will now face Morton. Then it looks like it's going to be a bullpen day, another bullpen day, or at least they don't have their starters for Tampa Bay yet. So Perez, Berríos, Gibson, Odorizzi, and then back to Perez, who will start the Cleveland series. I really like that. How it schedules out. I mean, you are giving Perez another day off. And that he has had 2 times this season where there has been a delay right before his start. And that was against the Angels and then against, was it the Detroit or was it Baltimore? I think it was Baltimore. And he ended up pitching. He was supposed to pitch and he did not until the next day. So this is the second time, or the third time now, where he has had another day off. And he's done okay in those 2 starts, but I think you could tell, especially in the Angel series, he was struggling a little bit to, figure it out in those early innings. He did get out of a couple of jams. I mean, that's the kind of pitcher he is. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to get out of those things. But now you're going up against Tampa Bay. Morton's a good pitcher, pitched for Houston last year. The Angels are not the Rays, right? But the Rays are not as good as they were at the beginning of the year. So that'll be interesting. And then Smeltzer, do we now expect to win this game? You could look at it 2 ways. You could say, okay, we are going to win this game because of how he has pitched in the minor leagues. The rest of the Brewers aren't going to be able to see it. Or you could take it the exact opposite way. This guy is a Double-A pitcher, very few games in Triple-A. Now he's making his major league debut against a very good Milwaukee team. It could go either way. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Is he going to have a Strasburg kind of like major league debut, or is he going to fall apart like maybe Stewart did in his first game versus Houston? that was a good team as well. You know, Houston, probably the second best, third best team statistically, record-wise, everything. And he lit Cole Stewart up. They all did. Is that going to be the same kind of thing we see with Devin Smeltzer? So that's interesting. I want to hear from you guys, you know, about this rotation change. It kind of puts Perez at the 1 now. You know, I want to know what you guys think about how Smeltzer will do tonight. Is this a good thing that Pineda is going on the IL? Obviously, you know, it's not a good thing that he's hurt, but does this give him some time to work back up and maybe get to where he was at the beginning of the year? I don't know. Is he going to send himself into a skid? I want to hear your opinions on this stuff for sure, but that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know your opinions down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you tonight for the vlog and the game review.